items that are skyrocketing in price here in summer of 2024. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the Patriot Bald Eagle. If you have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now. This will be a lengthy discussion. Okay, over the last week or so, throughout my adventures through different stores, I've noticed a lot of things. We've been getting a lot of comments from you all down on these things that are starting to go up in price. These are items that we may go over, a couple food items, but we always talk about food. We're going to talk about things that are non-food items that are soaring in price right now. Right now, that's right. We're talking all these different talks of food prices and stuff like this coming down, which we all know it's really not. We're seeing some decent sales on summer type items, but we're not seeing a lot of great deals on. We're not seeing food come down in regular price, at least not to the extent of what it's gone up to over the last few years. So first item that I need to talk about here, we've gotten a lot of comments actually over the last month, has been over-the-counter medicines and prescription medicines. Okay? There's been a lot of people who've been talking about prescription medicines being more expensive even with your insurance. Okay, and let's not even talk about some of the, I guess we can't really call it shrinkflation, maybe skimflation. I don't really know what to call it, but the issue that a lot of people out there are having is that they're not able to get their full prescription, right? And you're paying a little bit more. Now, I know a lot of places, including Kroger, have kind of canceled out certain places that they accept, certain insurance companies, okay? And they offer like a Kroger value deal with prescription, but it's really not worth it. If you're using it without insurance, you're going to still pay a fortune. Okay, now one of the biggest issues that I've noticed, a lot of people have talked about different blood thinners, diabetic medication, insulin is becoming an issue. Insulin, people getting really close to running out of their insulin before they can get it in. Now, we haven't had any comments of people that haven't been able to get it or have had to do without. So let me say that at first. Okay, we have, and now if you have, feel free, please let us know down in the comments. But we have not had any issues with that. But people getting half of their prescriptions, having to spend more gas to go back to the store or wherever you're getting said prescription. Okay, so next though is over-the-counter medicines. Now this is something that I have noticed. I've noticed that these are starting to go up in price. Mostly name brands. Now we saw a few months ago where different, like Walmart, Kroger, some of the different, like, store brands went up in price, right? Kroger's getting pretty close to what they are for the name brand, which is kind of scary. Now, we've seen some other places where it's been a little cheaper. Equate, which is the Walmart brand, they went up in price. It's been a few months. And I haven't checked. It could have actually gone up again, but we've been getting a lot of comments from you guys as well that a lot of different over-the-counter medicines have been going up at some of your local stores and some of the chain stores. Like I know we got a comment from a longtime viewer. I think it was from Mariano's. It's a Kroger-owned store, but you had said that their brand of ibuprofen has gone up. So, and make sure you guys let us all know down in the comments anything that you see of these products that have gone up in price. So maybe you can help your neighbor save a little bit of money by either not getting it from there, or at least know when you see a sale you may want to buy it up, because that is what we always talk about on the channel here. When you see a sale, you better get it, because who knows what the price is going to be next week or even tomorrow. Okay, now I've noticed some things at Meijer go up, but Meijer actually has a lot of deals usually on over-the-counter medicine where it's like buy one, get one 40% off. Now, I don't know if that's going on this week. I just know that they do a lot of these different sales, so Meijer might be an option. And honestly, from what I saw with the Walmart Equate brand, it's still a little cheaper than some brands, but if like Kroger or somebody has a sale on it, well, that's going to be way cheaper than Walmart. Walmart, it's very rare, if ever, that we'll see like rollback offers on Equate medicines. Now, This one kind of hit home for me. Somebody was talking about contacts, that you wear contacts. I wear contacts, and I get contact solution. I did notice that the contact solution went up at Walmart. A lot of these products are going to be going up everywhere. Now, we saw I noticed that contact cases, solutions, different eye drops. We had that issue with allergy eye drops a while back. Some of them were off brands. I don't know. Somebody said that Clear Eyes was affected, but I don't think it was. I don't know. There was a lot of them that were affected in that recall. That recall was about 6 or 7 months ago, so don't worry. Haven't seen anything on that as of late. Okay, but I have noticed that Kroger, their contact solution, their brand that they compare to like Optifree, has gone up in price. Not much. I think it went up like 20 cents. But the one at Walmart went up $1. And now it's been a little while. It's been a little while. And I get the 2 jugs of it. So it's a while before I go back to get more. I do like the Equate brand. It is from Bosch & Lomb. It is the same producers of Optifree. So, I go with that one. It's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with Kroger brand either, but it's a little more expensive. And if you can find it, Kroger sells out of it a lot, and then they don't get it back in. They won't get it back in for a while. I did see some at Kroger the other day, but yeah, I've loaded down on that stuff because when I saw it went up to $5.98 for 2 of them at Walmart, I bought up a bunch because I was like, this stuff's going to get up to where Optifree is in price. So I went ahead and bought up some extra. Okay, so if you wear contacts, that's something you may want to keep in mind, that these prices are going up as well. Next is baby formula. Now, I know I had just heard that there was a recall on some baby formula. I haven't really looked into it. I know people have been leaving it down in the comments. Make sure you check either the FDA website. You could probably just Google baby formula recall and it'll pop up. Just choose, we read a lot from USA Today, Newsweek, some other sites like that. But I did just see a lot of people have been putting in the comments of the baby food recall. Am I shocked? No, not at all. It's hard for any of this stuff to really shock me anymore. But wanted to mention that a lot of people have been talking about huge price increases on baby formula. Huge. Okay, now I went over this a couple weeks ago. I've been checking Walmart. I've been checking Kroger. Kroger for the Similac, for the big container, not even big. I feel like that has shrunk in size. Not really sure because I don't know what the bigger size was originally, but the can looks smaller. And it's like $52. $52. Now, mind you, a year ago it was $47. Right? Now it's gone up at Walmart too. Okay, not quite that high, but it has gone up at Walmart. It's been a while since I've checked at Walmart. The last time I checked at Walmart, it was like 47 something. $47. So it was getting close. Now, a year ago at Walmart, it was $44.98. So it was $45, which made it a little cheaper than Kroger. We were going over that when they had recall after recall on baby formula, and it was disappearing off the shelves. And I do believe that is part of what is causing this, is there's been a lot of issues with baby formula. Therefore, they raise the prices. They raise the price, goes away, comes back at a higher price. And, there were times where they were having issues with the factories and stuff like that. It was like, and then we would see another huge price increase. It would go back to regular price for like a month, make people think that everything was fine. And honestly, I know a lot of you out there were just happy to see that it was coming back in. I was too. I mean, yeah, we saw the prices going up, but there was a time where you couldn't find any baby formula anywhere. Anywhere. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it is going up in price, and we're expecting it to go up in price even more. And I wanted to mention this because hearing about the recall and all that, that's just another thing to raise the prices, right? I don't even know what the recall was on. Please feel free to share with our viewers down in the comments if you know. So next on the list, and this is one I hate to mention, I really do, pet food. Pet food is starting to go up again. Now, we're seeing it in different areas. Okay, we've seen where I said this. I keep saying it. I feel like a broken record saying this stuff, but we get new viewers every day. So I feel like I need to just keep talking about it, because the more and more we talk about it, the more and more we are aware of it, and the more and more we can save when we find a deal, knowing what it's going up to. Now, I haven't seen any huge price increases on like canned Friskies or Fancy Feast. And those Tastefuls, if you remember, like about a month ago, I was going around, I noticed that these were going up in regular price everywhere, but we were finding sales. Blinded by the sales, but now look at the regular price. Like $1.79 a can everywhere you go. It's ridiculous. Those Sheba packets, they went down only to go right back up. But what we need to discuss here are the bigger bags of dry food. Dry food is going up like crazy. Now, if you guys remember, there was a recall on pet food as well. Okay, recalls getting out of control, guys. I can't keep up with it all. I really can't. There's one every day. I recommend on a daily basis, check what recalls are going on, and you know, feel free to leave it down in the comments to help whoever you can, because, you know, we try to push a lot of information on this channel. It's just hard for me to cover a lot of this stuff. Plus, you know, we're doing the store videos, we're doing fun videos, we're doing entertainment videos, you know, because we have to. I know I do a lot of stuff on this channel, and, you know, I really appreciate everybody who normally watches our channel for food reviews and different grocery stores and coffee rants and stuff like that. I appreciate all of you who have been watching our other videos as well. I really do. Those, you know, it's good to get away. It's fun. That's how we started the channel, was like doing theme parks and all this other stuff, you know, different entertaining things. You know, me and Jessica, I think we're planning on going to, we have the Sensitalia Festival here in Cincinnati. We may or may not really sure. It's kind of hot today, so we'll see what happens. But the Sensitalia Festival, it's authentic Italian food, like a lot of different food booths. So we may do that video. That video may come out tomorrow. I'll have something for you guys tomorrow morning, but I really want to go to that festival. I love that. It's been a couple years since we've been there, and everything is delicious. You guys know I love my cannolis. But just wanted to take a second here to thank our audience for watching all of our other videos as well. I know it may not be what you come to the channel for, but I really love doing these videos. And I like doing a lot of stuff. You know, I mean, we do a lot of things on this channel. Sometimes, you know, I'm a filmographer. I'm a cinema photographer, or whatever you call it. I am a YouTube vlogger. I vlog every day. I do what is, if I just, you know, I do this every day, guys. So when I go out to a store or something, sometimes I just can't do it. The other day I went to Kings Island. I wanted to film the Camp Snoopy stuff. We have over thousands and thousands of people on the channel that love, that started on our channel to watch these things. And I still like to put these videos out here so we can entertain not only our locals, but you as well. And just wanted to thank everybody for all of your heartfelt comments and everything. I know Jessica wasn't with me. People were missing Jess, and believe me, Jess wanted to go, but she had to work. But we'll be getting back to Kings Island and do some more fun things. And anyway, back to other things going up in price. Some people, now I can't really pinpoint a lot of this stuff, okay? We'll go back into the pet food for a second. Sorry, lost track there. We've been hearing like Pedigree, the big bags. The big bags have been going up in price. Some people have said some of the bags at Sam's Club have gone up in price. I haven't noticed that yet, but it's been a few weeks since I've been to Sam's Club, so we'll have to check next time I go. And some of the other like brands that I don't really know. I usually cover the cheaper brands because I always think cheap. But if there's any brand of dog food that you want to see or go over, make sure you let me know down in the comments, and we'll check that next time we go to Kroger, Meijer, some of these other places. It's getting expensive though. I mean, I know over the last couple months, I don't really talk about it much because we haven't had any talk of shortages of pet food. When we start having shortages of pet food, I pay a little more attention because, you know, we need to make sure we're able to get stuff for our pets. And like I've said in the past, you know, I'm not sure about the shipping on Chewy anymore. It's been so long since we've covered it. But a lot of our viewers out there use Chewy.com. And at least for the last time I know of, $49 or more gets you free shipping if you're in their service area. So keep that in mind. Always keep an eye out on the different deals. Just wanted to throw this one out here. If you have pets, you may want to pay attention to some of the prices. We have seen where canned dog food pedigree has been going up in price too. To be fair, it came down in price only to go back up to what the overpriced product was originally. Right? We've seen Caesar packets come down, the little doggy Caesar packets come down a little bit just to go back up. Now, they're not the crazy price they were before, probably because they weren't selling any. Because people like me are telling from viewers like you that all of the viewers that shop at Aldi are getting the Aldi ones for a sad 85 cents now. And I know those have gone up in price, but that's a lot cheaper than $1.39, $1.59, $1.69 for the Caesar packets. And I'll tell you what, nothing like the multi-packs of the Caesar packs, those really just don't seem like they're worth it anymore. You're only saving like $1. Like $1, maybe $1.50. But sometimes we can find them on sale, and I try to point them out when they are on sale. Also, any sales at your stores that you guys know of, things that you know that is commented a lot on this channel, or anything for that matter, make sure you let us know down in the comments. But a lot of things that have been going up in price that are not food related, and I'm trying to cover every one of them here in this video. It's a lot, guys. It really is. We focus on food. You know, everybody has to eat. That's always kind of been my philosophy in doing this channel and just being able to show what's going on in the stores. We've been documenting history, you know, as these things have constantly gone up. Our main goal is to try and find the deals, right? I mean, I know I talk about all the different things that have gone way up in price, but our main focus is to focus on the sales, because really, at this point, that's what's important. Right? We need to, I mean, it is what it is with the prices. I mean, if we really want to stop the prices from going up, well, everybody needs to load up on food for about a week or two, which I'm sure you can really dig down. I'm sure most people can dig down wherever they live, have some extra canned goods, don't go to the grocery store for 2 weeks. Right? If you don't go to the grocery store for 2 weeks, if every grocery store out here was empty for 2 weeks, it would be just like how the gas came down in 2008. They ain't going to have a choice, because they ain't going to be making any money. They're going to try and figure out how are we going to pay our $100,000 electric bill. I mean, I know it ain't that high, but, you know, that's probably how they're looking at it. Because, you know, these places are making money hand over fist. I get questions all the time. All the time. I had one just the other day. I think I answered it in yesterday's coffee rant. Who has it worse? Who is really the one at fault here? Is it the manufacturer or is it the actual stores? It's both. It's a chain reaction. It's like a domino effect. You can say so many different things that affect it, right? Now, if it is greed, well, then it works in the palm of their hands, guys, because they can say, well, gas prices. Now, the funny thing is, somebody mentioned the other day, and I've noticed this too, diesel prices haven't really gone up. As a matter of fact, they've come down in a lot of areas across the country. Our diesel prices have come down a little bit. You know, I think they're just over $4. I mean, I remember when gas prices were shooting up the first time, right? When they were skyrocketing the first time, that's what everybody was worried about, was diesel prices. Because it's one thing to have to pay for more gas to get to the store. But if it came down to it, we could find other ways. But them trucks that are constantly tacking on more and more money to transport the product. And I am not blaming truck drivers. I'm blaming the whole system of everything. It's everything is the blame game now. Diesel costs more, even though it's not. So that is, knock on wood, why we haven't seen a huge surge in a lot of prices from a lot of different places. That diesel starts to go up, then I'm going to be camping out at some of these stores, you know, waiting to deliver the information as fast as possible to you. But, you know, I don't really, I don't know. I don't know. I know that it's a trickle effect. One thing affects another thing affects another thing, okay? Now, here was a weird one, okay? And this is something I just kind of wanted to bring up, okay? Because we may see some different deals and different sales on these things. And even if you're not in school, this could pertain to you as well. I got actually 2 comments. One from one of our longtime viewers that said they're not looking forward to the next school year for your kids because products are going up in price, like backpacks, school clothing. Okay, now this is something that I covered this, man, I think it was like 2 years ago. Walmart had started selling school clothing, and they may have done that at other Walmarts, but I'd never seen it at our Walmart. And I was going over these prices, right? And there were a couple people, one of our longtime viewers and another person had left a comment about the school clothing that was actually gone up. Now, they chimed in on this video like a couple months later. But I still see the comments as they come up front. I can see them on my end. Okay. And when I had gone back to Walmart, as I was going back, I went to check. They were all sold out. So I didn't know. But these are things that we have to think about if we have kids going back to school. Because now is going to be a time where we may be able to get these things a little cheaper. Okay. If you wait until July or August, who knows? Who knows? Why we always talk about buying up the sales we see them, but we got to think of the different times of year that are good to buy things as well. Not just, like think of produce. Well, apples are going to obviously be cheaper in the fall because that's the harvest season. Okay? Even though apples, I feel like, are cheaper now than they were in the fall. I feel like we can't really go by that for a lot of things. Because, yeah, that was really weird. We were finding really good deals on apples lately. And in the fall, it was like, they were like regular price. We found a couple sales for like a week. Let me take a break here. Also, drinking Dunkin' coffee. Got it at Sam's Club. Been buying all my coffee at Sam's Club lately because I don't overspend, guys. I don't overpay. I see something go up in price, or even if I know I'm going to get a better deal at Sam's Club, I just wait now and I'm not on my roll of trying many different coffees anymore. I got this one coffee, I don't know, some off-brand Colombian coffee, and it was absolutely terrible. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done wasting money on coffees that, and I'm not saying that if you recommend one, I won't try it. But I'm not just, going to go into a store, oh, that looks good. I'm just tired of overspending on those kind of things. I stock up on coffee. I do. I probably way overspend on coffee. But, we have these coffee rants. I like to have different things to try. But I am loaded down for right now, so I'm not going to be buying any for a little while. Unless it's on sale. If I go to Sam's Club and it's on sale, then I will. Because, yeah, who knows what it's going to be. Coffee's one of them things that are skyrocketing in price right now, too. As a matter of fact, some of the coffees that I didn't cover in our video at Walmart the other day, a couple of you had mentioned, well, this coffee had gone up, this coffee had gone up in price. Yeah, some of those. I pay attention to, when I'm in a store, I focus on a couple things when it comes to coffee. And pretty much everything, for that matter. But when it comes to coffee, I focus on what are most people talking about, what are most of you guys talking about in the comments, okay? Go to Walmart. Obviously, I got to check out Great Value Coffee. The most commented coffee on our channel is Folgers and Maxwell House, very close behind. Okay? Those are the two most common. It's like, if I had to pick the top one that everybody talks about, always wants to see the sales, whenever they are, because it's gotten so expensive, is Folgers. Folgers. I mean, no doubt. And Folgers has gone up at Walmart. It's crazy seeing these things go up at Walmart like this, because it's like, you see them go up at Walmart, you see them go up at Aldi. It's like, how long before they go up at, like, some of these other major supermarkets? I mean, I'm not saying Walmart's not a major supermarket, but I mean, it's like, how long before we see it go up everywhere else, right? It's like, if it goes up at Walmart and it goes up at Aldi, chances are it's not going to be long before it really goes up in some other places. And one thing I will talk a little bit about here in this video is some of the shrinkflation going on. There's been a lot of shrinkflation in a lot of different products. Some people have said, like, dollar stores, like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, that they're selling, like, somebody mentioned mouthwash, okay, that it was smaller now. It's the same price, and that it shrunk in size. Okay, some of these things I don't notice because, like, when we go to these stores, we focus mostly on food. So I appreciate all the different information that you guys give. Excuse me. All the different information that you guys give on these products, because half the time I won't know unless I've shopped for some of these products at these stores personally. Which, you see how much a decent sized bottle of like Listerine at Kroger. Okay, it's like $8.49 the last time I checked. It's probably more now. That these things are going up constantly. Oral hygiene products, feminine hygiene products, from what I've heard from some of our viewers, have really been going up in price. You know, and maybe I need to start covering more of these things. You know, we focus on food a lot, but, you know, I try if I can. Sometimes I'll try to make it back to another, so like I used to do videos at Kroger twice in a week because there was so much to cover, like some of their major sales that they have that go on and a lot of their digital coupons. I just can't cover everything. And I feel like the 3 stores that we can all compare prices and products to are Kroger, Walmart, and Aldi. And Sam's Club and Costco if you have a membership. Because not everybody has a Meijer. Not everybody has a Meijer. And when I say Meijer, I mean M-E-I-J-E-R, not Fred Meyer. Okay, Fred Meyer is actually owned from Kroger. So if you're watching one of our videos at Kroger and you have Fred Meyer, then that is where we make the comparison. Okay, and there are just so many things owned by Kroger, and that's why I go there on a weekly basis, mostly because that's something that we can compare, at least the products, maybe some of the sales, like the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal, maybe some of the digital coupons. They may not be exact on the price. One may be a couple pennies higher or a couple pennies lower, but at least we can compare. Usually the sales that are rolling out are about the same in every store out there. Some are a little different. I know some people have said Fry's is a little different. I know King Soopers can be a little different. Food for Less in California can be a little different. Mariano's can be a little different too. You know, it just depends on where you're at in the country. I know prices are going to be higher on the East and West Coast for virtually everything. But a lot of these things at Walmart and Aldi, like canned goods and stuff like that, are usually going to be right about the same price. The things that are going to really go higher, you know, the further east and west you get, is like milk prices, dairy butter, maybe a lot higher. Fresh baked products, maybe a lot higher. Different breads, different wheats, maybe a lot higher. And, you know, judging, it seems like, you know, the East and West Coast, you know, it just seems like it's always a lot higher, but we're still able to kind of make those sale, like the different deals. Because some of these places, like I said, have the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal. I always get questions on that too. Yes, it is all mix and match. When they have this sale, Kroger has the buy 3 or more, save $2 each deal going on, and that has been getting better and better every time they roll that out. I feel like it's a lot of products that you guys ask about. That's what I think is cool, and it's a lot of products that me and Jessica usually buy too. So, win-win. So anyway, just wanted to have this conversation on some of these different things going on, some of these other products that are going up in price, and I just remembered the other one that I wanted to talk about because I'm like a deer in headlights. I started, whoa, squirrel. Okay, anyway, clothing. We started to go into this. There's been a lot of people over the last couple months. I don't talk about it too much again because we, you know, usually cover food, but I try to point out some different clothing options. Some things that have been going up in price, according to some of our viewers, have been like socks, underwear, undergarments, a lot of different clothing, apparently, a lot of sleep clothing and stuff like that. You know, I don't really know, like, I do feel like it depends on brands. Now, I know places like Walmart may, like, Walmart's one of them places, if you start charging too much, and they know that if people aren't going to buy it, they're not going to sell it. You know, so is it something where these products are going away and they're bringing in a different product, maybe a name brand? I noticed Walmart's been doing that a lot lately. Now, it may cost a little bit more money, but they may know that they're going to sell this more than what they were selling Starter for or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know for a fact. I'm just throwing that out there, but I see this happen at places like Walmart and some other stores. Happens a lot at some of these like other like JCPenney, Macy's, Dillard's. You know, these things, it's already pretty pricey. Okay, and I don't think a lot of people go into these. Now, JCPenney's can have some really good deals. So can Macy's. I don't know about Dillard's. Dillard's, whew. Last time I went in there, it was crazy expensive. But like everywhere else, they have their deals, they have their sales. But I can imagine that if they're not, now most of these places are selling like designer clothing and stuff. But if they're not getting the right price you know, they look at their numbers, right? If they're smart, they look at their numbers and they see what everybody's buying, right? What are people buying the most? And if they're not buying this product, even if it's cheap, even if it's like $2 for a 6-pack pair of socks, they're not selling any, then it's a waste of money for them. They're going to get rid of it, and they're going to get rid of it and get the designer socks and wait for them holiday sales or Christmas sales, stuff like that. You know, there's good times of the year to visit some of these places. I did a video at Macy's, like right before Christmas. I've been hearing from a lot of people, oh, they got 50% off this stuff. And I'm like, okay. Now, I didn't find anything personally, but I mean, you know, I shop for collared shirts at Walmart. So anyway, I'm not, you know, I like Macy's. I like that they have Toys R Us in there. I think that's kind of cool. Most Macy's have like Toys R Us in them now. And, you know, being a kid that grew up a Toys R Us kid, you know, when I walked down there and I saw the giraffe, I was like, what the heck? That was pretty cool. Anyway, didn't want to carry on, you know, too long here. I noticed we've gone over a half hour here. Had a lot to talk about. Gotta keep your head on a swivel, guys. Prices are going up on a lot more different things than food. You know, we've got insurance prices are going up. I get comments every day on how somebody's car insurance has gone up. Property taxes are going up on homes. I just was reading about 30-year fixed mortgages on homes that are about to crest. That's 7% interest. Hold on, guys. I can only do what I can do. Keep stocking up on the sales as you see them, because we all need to eat. We need to make sure that we're watching those things. I can't get into some of these bigger things because it's like, I start getting into that, I get a headache, because it's like, woof. Start getting into some of these prices of things, and it's tough times, guys, and we just have to fight through it. We'll get through it eventually. You know, eventually I have hope that balance will come at some point. Who knows? I've been optimistic for 3 years now, and it's just seems to keep getting worse. But we will keep moving forward, you know, on these things. Don't let them lie to you. You know, don't let all these companies and stuff. Don't believe them. Okay, like if they say, oh, prices are coming down. Okay, you got some good sales going on here for a couple weeks. Let's be honest. Okay, even if it's all summer long, you know, and I'm not just pointing the finger at one store. Okay. All of them are doing it, right? I mean, it's typical. Like, summer stuff, camping gear. You know, we'll probably find some deals on meat and stuff. I would assume, but meat keeps going up in price. Who knows? Who knows? It is all a roll of the dice these days, guys. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope it helped. If you know anything else, any items that I may have missed that are soaring in price, skyrocketing, here as we get into summer of 2024, make sure you let us know down in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.